This video is sponsored by Shortboxed, the easiest and safest way to buy and sell graded comic books. Visit them today using the link in the description. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to count down the top 10 most in-demand comics based upon searches performed on the Shortboxed app. Shortboxed is a wonderful platform for buying and selling. They also have a large user base that is running a lot of searches. And so I get this data directly from the folks over at Shortboxed in order to create this video to signal what might be the most in-demand graded comics out there. I hope you'll enjoy. Number 10 on the list is Batman issue number 423 with its iconic cover by Todd McFarlane. There are currently 4,283 total copies of this book on the CGC census, with the 9.8 blue label having a 30-day average value of $2,500. I should also point out that only 8% of the total yellow and blue label graded by CGC happens to be a 9.8. Number 9 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300, the first full appearance of Venom. There are currently a whopping 33,711 total copies of this book on the census. The 9.8 blue label has a 30-day average value of $3,600. And just like the last book, the number of 9.8s is pretty small at just about 5% across both blue and yellow labels. Number 8 on the list, Fantastic Four issue number 49, a triple key. This book is the first full appearance of Galactus, the second appearance of the Silver Surfer, and the first cover for both characters. It's believed that the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie will plant the seeds for the introduction of Galactus. Currently, there are 5,788 total graded copies of this book on the census. Number 7 on the list is Spawn issue number 1. This book has a total of 5 first appearances, including Sam and Twitch, and of course Spawn himself. There are currently 30,300 copies of this comic on the CGC census. The 9.8 has a stable 30-day average value of $191. Number 6, New Mutants issue number 98. This book has 3 first appearances, including Gideon, Copycat, and also Deadpool. Presently, there are 26,469 copies of this comic on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $1,441. I am not surprised to see this next book on the list in any way, shape, or form because it is attached to a movie that is dropping on June 2nd. We are, of course, talking about number 5, Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales, published in 2011. This book has been hot for several years, commanding as much as $3,500 in 2022. At present, this book has a 30-day average value of $1,821. Number 4, Secret Wars issue number 8. This book is the origin of the black costume, which later becomes Venom. There are currently 26,420 copies of this book on the census. The 9.8 blue label, with more than 5,000 copies, has a 30-day average value of $820. Number 3 on the list, Wolverine issue number 1, the limited series. This book is also the first solo series featuring arguably one of Marvel's most popular characters, that being Wolverine. There are currently 25,000 copies of this book on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $668. Number 2 on the list, Fantastic Four issue number 48, the first appearance of Silver Surfer and a cameo of Galactus. This book also kicks off what is known as the Galactus Trilogy, which covers Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50. There are just over 9,000 total copies of this book on the census, and believe it or not, there are 42 9.8s out there. And the #1 book on the list, Incredible Hulk issue number 181, the first full appearance of Wolverine. Currently, there are 16,691 total copies of this book on the census, with just 139 of them scoring a 9.8. And what's really crazy, there is a 9.9 out there as well. With that said, we're going to wrap this video up. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I definitely want to encourage you to give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment below. And if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. I should also point out that Batman 423 was the 10th most searched for book in the month of March. It was also the #1 most sold book in the month of March. And given that it was published in 1988, that makes it a modern comic. Modern comics account for 38% of the sales transactions that take place on the Shortboxed app. If you're interested in hearing more statistics, you definitely want to subscribe to the channel because I'll be releasing some additional videos that go a little bit deeper.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it, not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know, the one that's gonna be a master, the one that's more than a rapper, the one that's an educator, the one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts, he's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan, straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations, synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting, Indian style in the gold.